The phrase Iron Curtain is frequently used in relation to the Cold War era. What exactly does this phrase mean, and why was it used? In 1946, during a speech to Westminster College in Fulton, Missouri, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill used the phrase Iron Curtain to describe the divide between Western and Eastern Europe following the end of World War II.
From Stettin in the Baltic to Trieste in the Adriatic, an iron curtain has descended across the continent.
The nations of Eastern Europe were communist dictatorships with little personal freedom granted to their citizens. People were not allowed to travel freely, and it was often difficult to get accurate information in and out of these nations. The concept of the Iron Curtain was best defined by the rivalry between what came to be known as NATO and the Warsaw Pact states, which operated under Soviet influence. In 1949, the United States, along with the United Kingdom, France, Canada, and 8 other nations, signed a treaty creating the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO. The member nations agreed that an armed attack against any one of them would be viewed and treated as an armed attack against all of them. Therefore, the members pledged that if any one nation was attacked by the Soviet Union or another communist state, that the other member nations would retaliate in an appropriate manner. Several years later, in 1955, the Eastern European nations created the Warsaw Pact. Led by the Soviet Union, 8 communist nations, including East Germany, Poland, Romania, and several others, established a mutual defense treaty. Although the nations of NATO never fought an actual war against the Warsaw Pact nations, the feud between the rival factions persisted for 36 years in the form of the Cold War. The Warsaw Pact officially disbanded in 1991 with the collapse of the Soviet Union.